Right between two continents, Europe and Africa, lies a beautiful place full of charming historical cities. Here you will find seaside rock formations like no other, timeless churches and cathedrals that are masterpieces of architecture, a vibrant village straight from movie set and musical, or the blue waters that feel like paradise with the picturesque harbors filled with traditional colorful fishing boats. It is a very unique place and yet often overlooked by tourists.
So we have just arrived into Europe's one of the smallest countries, actually one of the smallest in the entire world, where for the next 7 days we'll be exploring this beautiful country and see what it has to offer, and we'll take you on the journey with us. Welcome to Malta!
Our journey begins like most, arriving at the airport and heading to rent a car for some freedom on the road. Luckily, the rental place is just a quick 5-minute walk, so off we go to get our Kia.
So during our stay in Malta, we'll try to find out if March is actually a good month to visit, and if in general Malta is good to visit in 2024, and if it is, we'll find out how much it costs to stay here for a week.
The biggest expense, of course, is accommodation, for which we paid £450 for 7 nights. The apartment was just great, with everything we needed, and it was in Sanglia, part of the historic Three Cities. Here I was just trying to explain that today is our second day in Malta, and so far we only wandered through the Three Cities where we're actually staying, but the wind was so strong it completely ruined this shot. And speaking of the Three Cities, we explored this beautiful area, taking in the unique architecture that blends old world with modern yachts in the harbor. The mixture of colorful historic streets and sleek vessels create a stunning contrast you can't find anywhere else, and you can even enjoy the view of firing cannons from the floating battery across the harbor.
But today we're going to start exploring this beautiful country by visiting its capital city, Valletta.
To visit Valletta, we decided to hop on the ferry from the Three Cities. There is something so peaceful about this little ride across the harbor. The gentle sway of the boat, the fresh sea breeze, and the amazing view of Valletta skyline coming into focus. It's such a simple way to travel, but it really lets you take in the beauty of both sides of the harbor. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the short, scenic journey.
So crossing the harbour from Three Cities to Valletta, it's really convenient by ferry. It only costs $7.60 for 2 of us, a return ticket, and it takes less than 10 minutes.
After you arrive to the port, you can take the Barrakka Lift up directly to the saluting battery, where the cannons are fired every day, but we will come back here later to show you around. But first, we went to see the Floriana Parish Church, which is one of the most beloved churches in Malta, located just outside of Valletta's city walls. This church is dedicated to St. Publius, the patron saint of Floriana and one of the first Maltese Christians. It's a beautiful spot with stunning architecture and deep local significance. And after that, we headed towards the city gates and came across the Independence Monument. Malta has gained its independence from the United Kingdom back in 1964, but you can still spot the red post boxes and phone booths around. And just like in the United Kingdom, they drive on the left-hand side. The monument stands tall and proud in front of the city walls, where we are heading next to explore the beauty of Valletta and all it has to offer. But before we enter the city gates, we had one more stop to make to check out the fountain. The Triton Fountain, located just outside the city gate of Valletta, is one of Malta's most iconic landmarks. Completed in 1959, this stunning fountain features 3 bronze tritons, each holding a large bowl above their head, symbolizing the importance of the sea to Malta's history. Today it works as a meeting point and is a great introduction to the charm of Valletta. As we passed through the gate in Valletta, we turned left and climbed the stairs, following a winding path through the charming little park. From here, we were treated to the breathtaking views of the other side of the harbor, showcasing Fort Manuel and Silema. Silema is an absolute paradise for photography lovers, just like this stunning shot I captured when I visited Silema. But venturing through this park leads us to incredible viewpoint right here in Valletta.
Today is finally a beautiful day here in Malta with about 22 degrees temperature, blue sky and no wind. Our previous days were still warm but with a lot of clouds and very strong winds with gusts reaching almost 70 km an hour. So visiting Malta in March might not be for everyone depending on what you want to do here in Malta. If you only want to visit historical places such as Valletta, Mdina or other places, then you should be just fine because all places are less crowded and all shops and restaurants are already opened. If you want to visit Malta and lie down on the beaches, for example, and enjoy the sun, then you probably want to come a bit later when the weather gets a bit better. We drove around Malta a few times and saw plenty of beautiful beaches with blue water, and there was absolutely no one because the wind was still strong and still cold, so I would recommend coming a bit later.
Our next destination on the itinerary was the saluting battery. As the noon was approaching fast, we didn't want to miss the firing of the cannons, so we arrived 30 minutes early to enjoy the views and the atmosphere before the main event began.
The saluting battery in Valletta is the oldest operating one in the world. I highly recommend visiting this place to experience the shooting gun, which happens at noon and 4 p.m. every day apart of Sunday. But you need to come here at least 30 minutes before the show, as it gets quite busy. If you're late, you might be standing behind the crowd and you won't see the whole ceremony.
So after temporarily losing our hearing from the cannon fire, we made our way to St. John's Co-Cathedral, which is a must visit when you are in Valletta. The entrance costs €15 per person, or you can buy guided tour for extra €5, and this grants you access to the balcony, cloakroom and belfry. However, these guided tours go at specific times, so make sure to check the times before your visit. Sadly, we had a tight schedule, so we couldn't wait until the next guided tour. This amazing place has beautiful architecture and loads of artistic treasures. Inside, you will see bright colors and fine details everywhere you look. This cathedral is truly a treasure in Valletta, and seeing its beauty in person is something that will make you speechless and you won't want to miss it. One of the best things here is the beautiful ceiling, covered in stunning fresco showcasing scenes from the life of St. John the Baptist, and the incredible paintings by Caravaggio, especially his famous work, The Beheading of St. John the Baptist. This painting is not just a highlight of the cathedral, but also an important piece of art history too. And beneath the cathedral, you can find a crypt that holds the tombs of Grand Masters from the Knights of Malta.
That was amazing.
After checking the cathedral, we went to see the National Library of Malta, which is only 2 minutes away from the cathedral, and it features a really cool passageway perfect for capturing stunning Instagram photos. Next on the list was the St. George's Square, which is located right in the heart of Valletta. It's a lively public space where the locals and visitors come together. The square is surrounded by beautiful old buildings like the Grand Master's Palace and the Houses of Parliament. With its lovely atmosphere and impressive buildings, St. George's Square is a great spot to enjoy the sights and the sound of Valletta. We truly enjoyed our time in Valletta and visiting all these beautiful places, but it was time for us to head back to the port and catch our ferry back to the Three Cities. In March, the ferry operates with winter season schedule, and the last ferry leaving Valletta to the Three Cities was at 7 p.m, so we didn't want to miss it. And since it was still a bit bright outside, we decided to take a few more shots of Valletta from the Three Cities in the evening. If you enjoyed this video from Valletta, then please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more upcoming content from this small but beautiful country. If you have any questions, then leave them down in the comments below and we'll come back to you. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, bye for now.